He's the one who makes the sun shine. He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who hung the stars one by one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes your dreams so high. He's the one who makes me smile. Day by day, Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Spider-Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Superman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Batman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than anyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Bobby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Action Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than everyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend.
Good morning, preschool friends. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're having a great summer so far. Even though it's been a little stormy and a little rainy this summer, I hope you guys are having so much fun. So, what is one thing that you like to do or play in the summer? Maybe it's running around outside or going to a park. Maybe it's going swimming, or maybe it's reading books, or playing with animals or dinosaurs, or maybe in the sand. How many of you guys like superheroes? I do. I really like superheroes. I think my favorites are probably Iron Man and maybe Wonder Woman. Those are maybe my favorites. How about you guys? Do you guys like superheroes? So we're gonna talk about some superheroes kind of stuff later. And you want to know what else we're going to talk about later? How many of you guys have went camping this summer? Either you go camping in a tent, or maybe you have a camper, or maybe you just lay outside in your sleeping bag outside your house. How many of you guys have done that this summer? Yeah. I am not really a camping person because I have pretty bad luck when it comes to camping. So almost every time I go camping, it's rainy and yucky out. That's no fun, right? But when we go camping, what are some things that we can see when we go camping? So maybe we see animals, or maybe a lake or a river. What else might you see if you go camping? Maybe some trees, or some big rocks. Maybe you go hiking, or some big sticks, maybe like the big walking sticks that you can find. How many of you have seen animals if you go camping? Or even if you just go to the park or hiking, sometimes you might see animals, right? Maybe deer or squirrels, or maybe a skunk. Ugh. But you want to know something cool? God made all of those things. And that's what we're talking about today. So a cool story is at the very beginning of the Bible, and it talks about how God made everything. Everything. So the sticks, the rocks, the animals, the lakes, the rivers, he made everything, which is pretty cool. And guess what? He made me and you also. He made everything. And he did it in a week. Isn't that crazy? So the very beginning of the Bible, that's how it starts in Genesis, when God creates everything, including us. Because God is kind of like those superheroes we were talking about before. He is very strong and powerful, right? And he can do anything. He can make me or you, which is pretty cool to think that we weren't an accident, that God had a plan for me and for you and your mom and your dad, maybe your brother or your sister. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah. And God has a plan for everything. So for me, for you, maybe for the deer that you saw outside, or the squirrels or the birds that you hear, or maybe you hear the crickets outside at nighttime, or the cicadas, and you see the lightning bugs or fireflies, whichever one you call. Yeah, God has a plan for all of us, because God is God, and he is like a superhero. So some of you probably know the song, Jesus, You're My Superhero, and they name all these different superheroes. That's kind of like God, right? God is pretty powerful, and he can do all things. And that's pretty cool to know. So that is our story for this week. It's from Genesis, the very, very, very beginning of the Bible. So I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome weekend. And it's crazy that it's August already. Wow, crazy. And hopefully I'll be able to see you in person so soon. I'm looking forward to it. All right, bye. Bye, guys. I miss you.
Great is our Lord, and mighty in power. Psalm 147:5. Great is our Lord, and mighty in power. Psalm 147:5.